Good evening, buenas noches, and welcome to the 2024-25 Governor's Arts and Heritage Awards. By the way, if you enjoyed the music, these are young people that are based here in Western Washington that are exploring the heritage of their family. You can find out more at zemongol.com. That's ZJEMONGOL.com. They're working on their third album. I don't even know if any of them have graduated yet, so pretty amazing. We're in good hands with the next generation of artists. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure and an honor to be your host for this evening. My name is Tony Gomez, and I am based in Tacoma. I am a... What's up, 253? All right. Yes, I'm a musician based in Tacoma, and also I work for Tacoma Arts Live, and it's my honor to be part of the Governor's Arts and Heritage Awards again this year. Every year, I am blown away by the caliber, the quality of such amazing, transformative folks across the state that are using the arts to make Washington a really amazing place to live. And I mean amazing in every sense of the word, not only in terms of like, this is fun and it's, you know, it's beautiful because it's the arts, but using the arts to transform the quality of life, the health, the safety, the justice, as well as the creativity that our communities need. So let's give a round of applause to all of our awardees tonight. A couple housekeeping notes before we get started. Just want to remind everyone that to please silence your devices, whatever devices those may be. Make sure that they are on quiet mode. And also, we're going to ask you to refrain from taking any flash photographs, or if you don't know how to do the flash on your cell phone, from taking any photographs, period. We have an amazing professional photographer here for you, and they got you covered. So no worries there. Of course, we need to start at the beginning, and that is to recognize that we are gathering tonight, and we are honored tonight to be gathered on the ancestral territories of the Coast Salish peoples, and more specifically, the home of the Squaxin Island tribe, who have long been stewards of this land. And we also recognize the First Nations across the entire state of Washington, on whose ancestral lands the honorees gathered here today live, work, and share their art and traditions across the many communities of this state. So thank you to the First Nations who have stewarded these lands and to their elders, both past and present. And to start us off on the right foot with that, it is my pleasure to welcome Cheryl Wilcox from ArtsWA, who will explain a little bit, or who will lead us in the land acknowledgement.
Hi, thank you for being here. First, I'm going to introduce myself. Nakwalat, Sinzai Intuach, Cheryl Wilcox, Kin Spoolnik, Kin Tidnapom. I'm Cheryl Wilcox. I come from the Upper Cowlitz people from the Tidnapom area. Thank you for being here. Welcome to this beautiful ceremony honoring for some people, it's years and years of their art being honored here today, and we're thrilled that we can do that. As someone who grew up on Squaxin Island land, I have a special tie to this community, to the Squaxin Island people, and they're not only stewards of the land, they're working to make it better for all of us. So they're not just caring for their land, they're caring for all of our land. And I personally am just so appreciative of the work that they do and have done and continue to do to care for our land, our seas, our air, our animals, and our people. So thank you for being here. I hope that you'll enjoy the evening, and thank you for being here again.
Thank you very much. Well, I am thrilled to get this evening started with the Governor's Arts and Heritage Awards, which of course is coordinated by the Washington State Arts Commission, better known as ArtsWA. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you ArtsWA's, there's a couple S's in there, ArtsWA's Executive Director, Karen Hannon, and ArtsWA's Board Chairperson, Charlie Robin. Let's give him a round of applause.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Tony. We are delighted to be with you all today at the beautiful Kenneth J. Minnaert Center for the Arts for this year's Gaha celebration. It is truly an honor to gather with you all here today. At ArtsWA, we believe that cultural exchange and artistic expression are really the spirit and bedrock of our incredible state. And it's ever more important, especially now, to pause and recognize the people and the organizations that really improve our state and inspire us all.
Today's honorees hail from Omak to Pullman and have demonstrated excellence in their fields, which range from wood carving and music education to children's programming and much more. They are painters, advocacy organizations, conductors. In short, they are the creators who have invested their valuable time and exceptional talents to bring about positive, lasting change in their communities.
And there are many folks without whom this celebration would not have taken place. So thank you to former Governor Jay Inslee for working with us to approve tonight's outstanding honorees. And of course, we look forward to working with the next governor, or the current governor, Governor Bob Ferguson, working in the future. But we also want to thank our partners right here at South Puget Sound Community College, also the Washington Center for all their support in coordinating this event. And we want to thank the ArtsWA staff and the board for their hard work on this and many ArtsWA programs that we offer throughout the year.
Thank you also to our sponsors, For Culture, the Washington Festival and Events Association, Gallery One, South Puget Sound Community College, and a special thanks to our cultural partner, Arts Fund.
All right, well, it is my honor to introduce a special guest to present our first award of this evening. Bob Ferguson has served Washington State as a King County Council member, as our State Attorney General, where I first met him, and now as our governor. And we are honored to have Governor Ferguson here to join us tonight to share remarks and present the evening's first award. So please help me welcome Governor Bob Ferguson.
Thanks. Thank you so much, and thanks for that kind introduction. It's great to see you all. It's true, I just started a new job a couple weeks ago, and as you know, when you get a new job, sometimes it comes with an office, and my particular office is very, very large. And so I was thinking about that because I've been so busy with the job that I've not really moved into the office, right? It's lots and lots of bare wall space. But just before I left my office today to come see all of you, I was looking back at my office, and I realized I put up just a few items. So again, it's mostly bare, but I put up just a few items. One was a picture of me and my wife. That was one. The other two were both paintings. And you know, it made me think about what we choose to put on our walls, of course, of our homes, of our personal space, has meaning to us, right? They symbolize things. They're people we know or art. And Karen, you mentioned Governor Inslee. Not only was he a strong supporter of the arts, of course, but also he's a bit of an artist himself. If you've ever seen his paintings, he's, I think, quite talented. And he gifted me one of his paintings, which I love. And I hung that up immediately in my office. It's an outdoor scene of Washington State, which I love. The other painting is by an artist by the name of Robert Ferguson. It's not me, but folks are often confused when they see artwork in my office because he was my uncle, Robert Ferguson. And he never became famous, but he made a living as a painter. Grew up in Everett, Washington, and ended up moving to New York City and having art shows really all around. And so if you're ever in my office, you'll see a lot of Robert Ferguson paintings. So For me, clearly I put those two up for a reason, along with the picture of my wife, right? They mean different things to me, and I want people to come to my office to see that artwork, and I can tell them about Governor Inslee and our relationship and his artwork, and I can tell them about an important family member in our family history who was really a fascinating guy and a really tremendous artist as well. And so that's why, it's really an honor to be here with all of you tonight, to say thank you for all you do in different ways for this really important community. Look, I could talk all night about the importance of the arts and culture, but civilizations are generally defined by their arts and culture, right? That is how we think of civilizations, is their contributions in that sphere, and that is certainly no different for Washington State. The folks in this room represent not only your particular art, but also values like creativity, collaboration, perseverance, generosity, and much, much more. And I'm honored tonight to present the first of the awards, and it's the Community Impact Award. And that award recognizes an individual, organization, or group that has dedicated significant time and effort to positively impact the creative economy, the arts or cultural heritage in their local community. And Community Impact Award honorees help spread your stories. That's what they do, your art and those values all across Washington State, and making art more accessible for everybody. Your work, as you know, can engender creativity or create wonder in everyone your artistry touches. You all inspire people in that way. Just like my uncle inspires me, Governor Inslee's artwork helps inspire me as well. And you also represent the diversity of arts and culture all across our state. The mediums by which you inspire Washingtonians range widely, from paintings to woodworking, band music to hip hop, you name it. And the stories you tell with your work are as rich as the cultural diversity of our state. Your stories come from Indian country, from migrant worker families, from small towns, from big cities all across our state. So thank you, thank you, thank you for the really important work that you do for the people of our state. So now to the business, which is to recognize and say thank you and congratulations to our first award winner. And please join me in congratulating Inspire Washington. And as they make their way up, let me share you just a little bit about Inspire Washington. So Inspire Washington is leading the charge for arts, culture, and science all across Washington State. Congrats, Manny. Guided by Executive Director Manny Kawaling. The team is, there you go, right? The team has been building momentum for years to secure crucial funding for the cultural sector. If you have seen Inspire Washington on their annual Culture Futures Tour, you know they're working to highlight the importance of arts, heritage, culture, and science statewide. Their recent wins include the passage of Tacoma Creates in 2018, the first voter-approved cultural access fund in our state, followed by similar efforts in Olympia and King County. So for their passionate ongoing support of arts and culture all across our state, the Governor's Arts and Heritage Award for Community Impact goes to Inspire Washington. Give them one more round of applause. You bet. It's a deal.
All right, and let's give another round of applause to Manny and his team at Inspire Washington. All right, next we are going to recognize a young leader in the arts here in Washington State. And as the Director of Programs and Partnerships at Seattle Opera, Dennis Robinson, Jr., is transforming the way the region connects with opera. Robinson's opera career began in Pittsburgh, where he directed more than a dozen productions over 15 years. Today, he is committed to making opera a community-centered, inclusive art form, and is also a driving force in Seattle's Black arts community and partnering with organizations such as the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle and Jewish Family Services. For his dedication to making opera a more inclusive and community-focused art form, the Governor's Arts and Heritage Young Leader Award goes to Dennis Robinson, Jr. And here to accept the award on Dennis's behalf is Alex Minami, Associate Director of Community Engagement for the Seattle Opera. You might want to put the mic a little bit higher.
It's a common problem I run into. Well, Governor Ferguson, members of the Washington State Arts Commission, and wonderful colleagues in the arts and heritage sector, it is such an honor to be here. Aloha ahi ahi kako. Good evening to you all. I am part of the small team that has the honor of working alongside Dennis Robinson Jr. to curate our community engagement and educational programs at Seattle Opera. Dennis regrets that he was unable to be here to accept the award in person this evening. However, he asked me to express how humbled and honored he is to be receiving this award, and especially to be in the company of so many other incredible artists and arts leaders in Washington State who are also receiving this award this evening. He sends you all his sincere congratulations. And for my part, I wanted to say just a few brief words about the impact that Dennis has had at Seattle Opera. For over 60 years, Seattle Opera has been enriching the lives of Washingtonians, as you know, with opera. But really, in the past 2.5 years since Dennis came to Seattle Opera, the company's commitment to community has gone into overdrive. Dennis always says that our job in our department is to build community and create a sense of belonging, first and foremost. And opera is merely the tool that we use to achieve this. Nearly everything that we do in our department is done in collaboration with community partners. And in the past season alone, our department has partnered with over 100 different partner organizations from all stripes, from Plymouth Housing to women's shelters to refugee resettlement organizations to the Alzheimer's Association to arts organizations in the Central District like Wanawari and Art Noir. And that's on top of the wide array of the youth and school programs that our department also runs, which just this past season alone went to over 65 elementary schools across Washington State, not just in the Seattle region, but in the Olympic Peninsula in central Washington, the Kitsap Peninsula, and right here in Olympia as well. So when we're putting on an opera, we're not doing it just for the 2,000 or 3,000 people that happen to be in the auditorium in McCaw Hall. We are activating whole communities, and we're placing this art form at the service of the important work that so many organizations are doing to improve the lives of our fellow Washingtonians. Opera is a strange tool to be using for this work. It was famously described by Dr. Samuel Johnson as a, quote, irrational and exotic entertainment, which it is. And yet it seems ideally suited to meet the challenges of our times. It has brought so many people together across languages, across cultures, and across centuries to reflect on our shared humanity. And its power to move us knows no borders. Experiences like this are needed more than ever. There are those who would seek to divide us, and we know that they will never succeed so long as we have art and music to bring us together. So through his sheer drive, his passion, his warmth of personality, his spirit, his leadership skills, which I myself can attest to, Dennis has really done the work of transforming opera into a fully inclusive organization, multicultural organization, and he is very grateful to be receiving this award tonight. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Am I meant to take a photo? Okay.
You know when you're just kind of going along really smoothly and it's just going perfectly, and then you realize that you didn't leave a minute for the incredible Manny Kawaling to say a couple words on behalf of Inspire Washington. So I'm going to ask Manny back up. And also just a reminder from ArtsWA that has organized this amazing event that you can see it on TV Washington, streaming on TV Washington, so you get to see all these amazing awardees and the bumbling gaffes of the host in perpetuity. Here's Manny.
Thank you. Oh, that's so nice. Do you really want me to talk after all that great stuff? Hey, everybody, I'm going to keep this really short. I mean, what an honor. And I'll tell you why it's such an honor for me, representative of everyone that is part of the Inspire Washington family, that we can celebrate this with all of you, that we can stand on the stage in a representative way, and because we are here representing communities as far-flung as Goldendale, the San Juan Islands, along the Palouse and central and eastern Washington and on the coast. Inspire Washington aspires and is inspired to serve those communities to make sure that we support their science, heritage, and arts programs. The work of advocacy is hard, it's challenging, it is ambitious, but let me tell you why it's joyful. Sure, we are often in a room and we are talking about the what we want, but where do we really let the conversation bloom is when we get to talk about the how and the why it matters, why this support will be meaningful for the students that want more creative and cultural experiences, why there are communities who don't have the same level of access and they want to be in these beautiful auditoriums, and they want to be participating in expressing their joy of music by playing an instrument. We get to experience all of that in Inspire Washington, but we don't get to do it alone, we get to do it with other people. And it's our work that is always in partnership with communities and advocates all across the state that really bring us profound joy. Yes, we're making impact. Since we started with Inspire Washington, we have increased state funding by $117 million annually. And we're not done. ArtsWA needs more funding, all of our partners need more funding, and we're going to be their partner in securing that. Right now, yes, we have our first program, Cultural Access Tacoma, that is going up for reauthorization. Imagine the impact they have made over 7 years. Followed by the city of Olympia, which is now entering into its 3rd year. King County, our first county program. And then last year, we delivered 2 more programs. They delivered 2 more programs, our advocates in San Juan County and also in Vancouver. Who will be next? I hope it's someplace that you live. So just a really short thank you. Of course, thank you to the board of directors that supports all of our great work and gets out of our way just so that we can support all of you. To the entire staff of Inspire Washington, Jesse, my deputy director, Madeline and Anna, and all the people who have worked on this effort as well. I could not do anything without the people that understand how this system works. So to our lobbyist, Becky Bogard, really who drove home in the legislature the need for a cultural access program, give her a round of applause. Louise Miller, the godmother, Mother Superior of Inspire Washington, David, as well as Sung Yang. And of course, all of our partners. We do this with people, with King County Council, with San Juan County Council, with the City Council of Olympia and Tacoma. We partner with them so that we can all dream what their communities can be with more joyful inspirations through science, heritage, and the arts. So I accept this on behalf of Inspire Washington and for the communities across the state that really care about more joy and more inspiration, about the how and the why. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manny. Salamat. So many amazing awardees this evening. And it is just it's a testament to the incredible energy and drive, creativity, and innovation across Washington State. And as we continue through this evening, we're going to hear and meet awardees from all over the state, which is really inspiring, really fantastic. Next up, I'd like to introduce our next awardee. Founded in 2008 and based in Tukwila, Look, Listen, and Learn TV is the region's only children's educational television show created by a Black producer for BIPOC children and their families. The organization's mission is to reduce the early learning racial and ethnic educational gap, creating a space where children can see themselves reflected in positive educational content. And with 5 Telly Awards and 2 Emmy nominations to its name, the show is currently in its 5th season of production, which will highlight the talents of community leaders, chefs, authors, musicians, athletes, and artists of color. So for its commitment to education, diversity, empowerment, and the power of creativity, our first Governor's Arts and Heritage Award for an organization goes to Look, Listen, and Learn TV.
Good evening, my friends. It is an honor to receive this award on behalf of Look, Listen, and Learn TV. I am Val Thomas Matson, the founder and also the executive producer. We are most excited and most proud to carry on this tradition of Fred Rogers and Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chops. All of you can watch us for free on YouTube, and we're also on several government stations, and coming soon we will be airing in Tacoma as well. Look, Listen, and Learn TV was an inspiration from my heart. I grew up in Seattle Public Schools, and I was one of those children that did not fare well. But because I saw people in my community, I knew that I could go for big things. And with their help, I was indeed lifted up to be able to offer this gift to children in our community. We are a very intimate team, and we're really excited to be now in our 6th season, and we have secured 9 International Telly Awards. So I hope that you will check us out. I also want to thank my small crew that came with me tonight, my beloved, thank you very much, and also my associate producer, Victoria Mendez, who came with me this evening from the snowy lands of Tukwila, Washington. There's so much more that I could say. I'm so excited for this honor, and especially because we are the very first television show that has received this award since the inception of this award in 1966. Thank you again.
Can we step out here and get a photograph? Oh, this is so well deserved.
Oh, thank you.
All right, look at Shana over there.
Congratulations again. By the way, I am a former kindergarten teacher, and where were you when I was teaching? We're here now, that's what counts. Our next award goes to someone who is currently the Director of Bands and Orchestras at Washington State University in Pullman, and that is Professor Dan T. Pham, who has led the WSU Orchestra Festival, the WSU Wind Band Festival, and Cougar Summer Music Camp. He dedicates his career to teaching future educators, equipping them with the skills to pass on a love of music and to share that love of music with their students. Beyond his role at WSU, Pham serves as the music director of both the Washington, Idaho Symphony Orchestra and the Coeur d'Alene Symphony Orchestra. He's a recipient of many prestigious awards, and he continues to inspire the next generation of music educators and performers. So for his exceptional work in music education, the Governor's Arts and Heritage Educator Award goes to Dan T. Pham.
Thank you so very much. It's an honor to be here amongst so many others that have made such an important impact in our state. I wanted to thank my family, my lovely wife Helena and my son Peyton. I'm here because of them. I have the best job in the world. I have enormously gifted students, and I work with amazing colleagues while being able to create some of the greatest music in the history of history. But despite my many hats I wear as music director and conductor, when asked what I do, I always say I'm a teacher. And to be recognized tonight is a little publicly mortifying because I have extreme imposter syndrome, believe it or not. But despite that, I do know that the best teachers are where they are because they have the best students. I am the product of many different impactful teachers in my life, and I'm sure every person here is as well. Whether that be a counselor, mentor, priest, the governor's uncle, a fellow rock star, those inspirations fit the broad definition of what a teacher can be. I still talk to one of my ultimate mentors, a man in his 80s. I am continually grateful for the impact he has had on my life, my career, and my family. He once told me after I thanked him for the 1000th time, he responded with sage wisdom. He said, if you want to thank me, then be that compass for someone else when it's your turn. That way they can do the same for their students, and their students can do the same for theirs, and so on and so on. In essence, pay it forward. Even though we live in a society of consumption, it's important that we remember to invest in ourselves and in others. Each of you unquestionably has someone looking up to you just as you looked up to your teacher. Be that precious northern star for others always, and be grateful for those we are privileged enough to teach, because our students are our legacy just as much as any tapestry, any album, or any creation we artistically craft. My thanks to the Washington State Arts Commission, Governors Inslee and Ferguson, and all the staff that made today and what we do possible. Most importantly, to every one of my colleagues being honored and their families, congratulations and God bless. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. And that is a powerful reminder that while sometimes artists may work alone, the work of the arts is never completely solitary. It is always work that's done in connection to community. And so many of the awardees tonight are people who are not only developing art in their own in their own creative career, but they are also helping to create opportunities for art making and create the benefits of art making for the communities around them, whether those are students and learners or fellow community members. Very powerful. I want to go to our next awardee, who is someone that is coming from, as Dan did, from the other side of the state, and recognize, as hard as it was for some of us just to get, those of us who barely drive here in Western Washington when it snows, can we just give some love to our Eastern Washington folk? Okay? Joe Feddersen is a member of the Colville Confederated Tribes and has spent over 4 decades creating and innovating in a diverse range of mediums, including printmaking, painting, basketry, glass sculpture, ceramics, photography, and computer-generated imagery. In other words, what have the rest of us even been doing? His work is a reflection of his deep connection to his cultural heritage, combining traditional methods with modern techniques. He's a retired faculty member of Evergreen State College, where he taught from 1989 to 2009. And Joe has influenced generations of artists with his knowledge and passion. His art has been exhibited nationally and internationally, including at the Renwick Gallery of the Smithsonian American Art Museum in Washington, D.C., that other one. Joe's work embodies a commitment to cultural preservation and innovation, and his vision continues to make a significant impact on the artistic community. So for his outstanding contributions to the arts, our second Governor's Arts and Heritage Award for an individual goes to Joe Feddersen.
Thank you so much. This award means a lot to me. And the Museum of Art and Culture put my name forward for this award. I just finished the exhibition at the Museum of Art and Culture, my 40-year retrospective. And when I was thinking about this past 40 years, you know, important things come forward, and it was the importance of the educators that helped me along the way, that inspired me and encouraged me, and the inspiring and encouragement is something I always aspired to when I was teaching, to help the students and to nurture them and create an environment that is positive and nurturing. And so when Wes and Rachel nominated me for this award, my thoughts often went back to those that helped me, the mentors that I've had for 70 years now, and the educators and the marks they've made on my life, and how they, through their help, they've helped me, and they helped me find my own direction, and I think that was really important. I think back and I think about how these few kind words and encouragement meant so much, and they still mean much when we're looking to inspire and to create and help other people. I think about one of my mentors, which was Vi Hilbert, and I honored her with I dedicated a piece I made for the Evergreen State College to her, and it talked about the changer and how he gave us all different languages, and how the people, even though they were different, came together and they made this place a better place to live. And when I think about that, I think about the things that we do in our life and how we try to create and encourage and support community and to make this world a better place. And events like this are truly important. And the fact that you came here tonight is extremely important, because your participation makes this a better place. By going out and being with this group, it encourages this kind of community that helps each other. And I also want to point out that a lot of my brothers and sisters came here tonight to support me, and I'm really touched by that. I've done so many art shows over the years, and to have them here with me tonight is extremely important, along with my nieces and my nephews and my friends, my colleagues at Evergreen and my artist friends. And I live in a truly wonderful artist community, and I'm really grateful for them. My work now has, I retired and I went home, and I just want to make our community better and by participating in it at home. And one of the things I've been working on is to create a group of artists that are of Colville descent, and to show together and to have a community of our own where we as Colville people can talk to each other and create the space to help each other and to be our friends. Because being in the arts, really, everybody needs encouragement and a kind word every now and then. On that note, I'll finish up here. Thank you for coming here, and thank you for your support. I would also like to point out that I saw Ben Cobb out front, and he said these were made at the Glass Museum. And I don't know how many residencies I've done there, but these people are my friends, and this means a lot to me. Thank you, Ben.
Congratulations again. Our next honoree is unfortunately under the weather and cannot be with us tonight, but he sends a warm welcome to everyone here in this room. So I want to take a moment to learn about John Furness and hear from our evening's next individual honoree. We're going to take a moment to see a short video of the work of John Furness, and then there will be a special surprise. The 2024 Governor's Arts and Heritage Individual Award goes to John Furness. John is a testament to the transformative power of creativity and resilience. Based in Washougal, John's life changed course after a traumatic experience at the age of 16 left him blind. Struggling with mental illness and addiction for years, John found a new sense of purpose in 2010 when he discovered woodworking at a school for the blind in Utah. This creative outlet ignited a passion, leading him to become a celebrated woodturner, motivational speaker, author, and teacher. Along with his wife Annie, John reaches over 2 million followers on social media, advocating for mental health, disability rights, and blindness awareness. For his outstanding woodcraft, his incredible journey of personal growth, and his inspiring work to raise awareness and advocate for others, the 2024 Governor's Arts and Heritage Individual Award goes to John Furness.
Hello, my name is John Furness. I am a blind woodworker from Washougal, Washington, and I have to say I am completely blown away to be receiving this award. When I first started woodworking back in 2006 at a LIFT program associated with vocational rehab in Utah, I never ever thought I would be where I am today receiving this award. Recently, I've been able to bring it full circle, and I've been working with a group that's teaching woodworking at the Washington State School for the Blind, both to the students there and to a LIFT program just like I learned at. It's incredible the confidence and pride that is in these students when they have something that they made with their own two hands. And since no one does anything alone, I have to thank my wife and the love of my life, Annie Furness. I could never be where I am now without her, and certainly not here because she's the one that nominated me. Also, I would like to thank former Governor Inslee and the Washington State Arts Commission for giving me this award. This is an incredible honor, and I can't thank you enough. Take care, everyone.
And to accept John's award on his behalf, we'll have Charlie back from the ArtsWA board. And a really huge applause so that John can hear us all the way from his house across the state. Thanks for being with us in spirit, John. We are with you at your workshop. I want to introduce some special guests who are going to help set the stage for our next honoree. And so at this time, I'd like to invite the Shell House Canoe family at the University of Washington to the stage. And the family will be performing, will be leading a song to introduce our next awardee, Philip H. Red Eagle.
The Shell House family from the University of Washington. Thank you all for coming out and spending some of your Monday evening with us, but we're here to help honor one of our community members, Philip Red Eagle. He's an activist, a mentor, and elder with this community and so many more around Coast Salish territory. We're so blessed to have Uncle Phil, and we'd like to call him up to the stage so we can sing one more song for him real quick, please.
Thank you. there's a tradition among our people is when we get up, we say who we are and where we're from. And my father is Dakota. I'm enrolled with the Dakota people in Montana. But I was born and raised here in Washington. My father is Philip Red Eagle. His father was Harold Red Eagle. His grandfather was Jefferson Red Eagle. And his father was Red Staff. Jefferson Red Eagle, before he changed his name, his original name was Wandagiduta. He fought alongside Riel and Dumont against the British in Batoche in Canada, Saskatchewan. My mother is Marion Stillicum Red Eagle. My grandfather is John Stillicum. My grandmother is Agatha Fulton from Sklown. And I found out in the canoe movement that I'm related to a lot of people on the water. Everywhere I go, I actually meet my cousins. There's a few here on stage. And my journey started a long time ago, but I'll pick it up in 84. Well, 83, I graduated from the University of Washington, and I was Joe there. We were both there at the same time. And in 84, I was invited to be one of the helpers on an art exhibit to Geneva, Switzerland. And we were there for 6 weeks, and I started meeting people from all over the world, because there was a conference of indigenous people there. For 6 weeks, I was meeting all of these people. And when I got home, I felt totally empty, because I couldn't even come close to those people in terms of their culture, their cultural identity. And that started me on a journey. And in 88, after several projects, I had a dream. I didn't know what the dream was until 4 years later. Somebody, elder told me. And for some reason that day, I said, I'm going to be my mother's son, because I was born and raised here in Tacoma. And spent a lot of time here before we moved to Alaska. When I came back out of the military, I went to UW. And it was just everything fell together in 90 and 92. And with Tom Idlebaum and several other people, we put together a process in the canoe movement. And you can see these rings there on all of these students. And some other people down here, my canoe family down here, in the Carver's camp. And this ring came with the 10 rules of the canoe. And this canoe family is an open canoe family. Tom and I decided in '93 that we would keep a canoe open for people to come in and join us and find out what we're doing and why and how we're doing it. I started the Raven Chronicles magazine in Seattle in '90, and I wrote a book in '92 and got it published in '97 about Vietnam. And since '92, '93, I've been working with the Canoe Project. So I've been doing this for a long time, and I've loved every minute of it. And 2021, we came to the UW. And I learned something. I knew I wanted a canoe family at the UW because it was my school too. And we didn't have any really native projects. We had a powwow, but really not much else. And I wanted to do more. And some friend of mine, she's here. Where are you at? she's told me about this job at the University of Washington. She's constantly coming up with news and things all the time. She's Filipino. Wonderful, smart person. And I applied for this job and I got it at the University of Washington for Cultural Heritage. And I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it. And this is probably why I'm standing here, you know, honoring you guys. I've had a good, very good life, and it seems very, very honoring to be here, to be on the stage, and to be. I should have brought a list of all the people that were doing this with me. It can be quite long. Some of them are gone. And you just can't do this alone. You have to do it with people. I felt like when I went to the UW, I think I came in and with my Zippo lighter, I lit it. And then everybody came to the light. That's the way I see it. And all the good people came, all the teachers, all the students, and people from the local tribes, and it's just amazing. And these songs they learn, you know, from us daily speakers, and that's part of the canoe movement as well. Because we wanted to bring our culture back, and we're doing a good job. So, thank you.
Better than the Grammy, right?
That wouldn't be bad.
And thank you to the Canoe family as well. Did you catch that last little fist bump at the end? Across maybe 3 different generations? A bridge across generations? That's what tonight is all about. Our next awardee is someone who received the Legacy Award. And the Legacy Award recognizes outstanding impact through creative practice and cultural preservation over the past 20 years. Born to a migrant worker family in Burley, Idaho, and raised in the Yakima Valley, Consuelo Soto Murphy learned English at the age of 9. She has dedicated 33 years as a high school art teacher in the Richland School District. She shares her passion for art with generations of students. Her paintings are known and celebrated for their bright colors and iconic imagery of migrant workers in the Pacific Northwest. In 2023, she was named Artist of the Year for the Governor's Mansion, and the foundation purchased one of her works to be displayed permanently at the Capitol for her devotion to artistic excellence and cultural preservation. El Premio de 2024 del Gobernador para Arte y Herencia para el legado va a Consuelo Soto Murphy.
Thank you. sharing this moment with us. Can you guys see me? I'm so short. Behind the podium. I have a cute little story to tell you. As you know, I was an art teacher for 33 years. My husband worked across the hall for me for 35 years. So there were some really good days and some not so good days. But one of the people that work here for the ArtsWA.gov is one of my former students, Michael Wallenfels. And after I applied, it had only been 2 weeks, and so I was so excited, so I texted and I said, "Can you please tell me more about what's going on? I'm so excited, I can't even go about my day." And he responded back, "Mrs. Murphy?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Michael Wallenfels." I said, "I thought that was you, Michael." Michael was a really good art student. And so anyway, he told me to be patient, and a month later he called back and he said, "Mrs. Murphy, I begged the committee to let me call you personally and let you know that you have won the Legacy Award." So, woo! I'm so excited and honored to have this award. Since I was a little kid working in the asparagus fields at 5 years old, and before that I was a little girl just playing in the dirt, drawing little pictures with a little stick or whatever I could find. And now here I am at the ArtsWA.gov receiving an award. I also want to thank my nephew, Chris Ramirez, Nick Ramirez, Vicky Ramirez, Daniel Leslie, Jaden Ramirez, Emily Ramirez, and my wonderful son, Chad Murphy. And these people are driving me all over the place to many different awards and ceremonies, driving around Miss Daisy, so thank you very much. And I have a cute little story about my son, Chad Murphy. He's 25 years old now. He's also a teacher, and my other son is also a teacher. But since he was very little, he was we call him our art show junkie, because we taught during the year, but then in the summer times we did all the festivals and the art, the circuit. And so we have pictures of him when he was just 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old. And he'd hear people come up and tell me about how much they love the culture and the importance of the migrant farm workers that I was putting into the work, and they could see the love in it and all that, which is all true. I did feel all that. But he would say, "Mom, are you famous? Mom, are you famous?" Every year he'd ask, "Mom, are you famous?" And I'd say, "Shh, no, I'm not famous." "Well, I'm here to tell you, baby, Charlie, baby, darling, that tonight your mom is a little bit famous." I love you.
Felicidades, Consuelo. All right, and there was another mic for short people? Because, where's that been the whole night? I was ready for that. Give yourselves a round of applause for putting up with this. All right. We have another awardee that unfortunately is unable to be with us here tonight, but we're going to recognize them in absentia. And while our next awardee could not be with us here, you know them well through their long musical career and all that they have done to help put Washington on the map. So we want to take a moment to introduce to you through video the work of Pearl Jam. The 2024 Arts and Heritage Arts Champion Award goes to Pearl Jam. Since their debut in 1990, Pearl Jam has emerged as one of the world's most influential rock bands, using their platform to champion social, political, and environmental causes. Known for their emotionally charged music and activism, the band addresses critical issues such as inequality, political corruption, and climate change. Through the Vitalogy Foundation, Pearl Jam has raised significant funds for organizations that are focusing on homelessness, women's health, education, and environmental protection. Their philanthropic efforts are as integral to their identity as their music, leaving a lasting impact on both the cultural and social landscapes. For their outstanding commitment to advocacy and making a positive impact on the world through creative expression, the 2024 Arts and Heritage Arts Champion Award goes to Pearl Jam.
Thank you, former Governor Inslee and Governor Ferguson and the Washington State Arts Commission for this incredible honor. I'm proud to accept this on behalf of my bandmates in Pearl Jam. Washington has always been a home to us, shaping our music, our values, and our commitment to giving back. Music has the power to inspire, to heal, to unite, and we've been lucky enough to share that with the world. This award isn't just for us, it's for every musician, every artist, every young kid picking up a guitar or a paintbrush and dreaming big. Thank you for celebrating the arts and keeping them alive in Washington. We're honored to be part of it.
All right, and you may not know this, but there's one other member of the Pearl Jam band. I think he's usually just like the guy who puts the towels on the mic stands, Charlie Robbins from ArtsWA. All right, we are at that moment, y'all, where we are ready to recognize our final awardee of tonight. Before we wrap up, I want to just remind everyone that we invite you all to join us for a glass of wine in the lobby afterwards. And also to the awardees, just to remind you to check your award and make sure we didn't give you the wrong one by accident. And those of you who refrain from taking flash photographs, you've almost made it. You're doing great. All right, based in Seattle, 206 Zulu has used hip-hop culture as a platform for community empowerment, education, and social justice. Since its inception in 2004 and through a wide range of programs, including all ages events, concerts, festivals, educational initiatives, and music mentorship programs, 206 Zulu has made a lasting impact on the community. It's an anchor partner at the historic Washington Hall, where they provide vital space for events and functions within Seattle's Central District. And their efforts to preserve and celebrate hip-hop history have been recognized with a governor's proclamation for Hip Hop History Month. Can you all name the elements of hip-hop? I'm going to quiz you afterwards. And for their commitment to cultural preservation, education, and community engagement. Our Governor's Arts and Heritage Award for an organization, the second one tonight, goes to 206 Zulu.
Thank you for this incredible honor. As we stand here today, we are reminded of one simple truth. It's people who make the world extraordinary. Each Zulu here on stage brings something unique to the table. Our experiences, our perspectives, and our differences. These differences are not just something to tolerate, they're something to celebrate. 206 Zulu's diversity is in our strength. It fuels our creativity and fosters understanding and overstanding of the world we live in. When we embrace what makes us unique, we unlock the potential to solve problems, build bridges, and create a world that is richer, kinder, and more inclusive. We accept this award as recognition for our organization's achievement and a testament to the power of collaboration and the beauty of our collective humanity. Let us continue to value and uplift one another, not in spite of our differences, but because of them. And finally, thank you so much to ArtsWA for this honor. and to everyone that made this night possible. All of the invisible work that goes on behind the scenes to make an event like this happen. We see you. And finally, thank you to the people that allow us the space to do this work, our children, our partners, our elders, and those that came before us. We love you.
Adoye me, veno jomine.
Go Six Zulu! All right. I know that when you all are cooking dinner and you're dancing in your kitchen, you think you look like that, but they actually look like that. All right. Karin, I think we did it.
Bring 'em out again.
Let's bring them out to receive their award and get their photograph. And, well, I think we're there. Let's give another round of applause for all of our awardees tonight. And of course, an applause for you to thank you for supporting the artists of our communities and here in Washington State, and for joining us for a fantastic celebration of our 2024-25 Governor's Arts and Heritage Award honorees. Thanks to South Puget Sound Community College for hosting this year's celebration, and thank you to TVW for covering today's event. And one more shout out to our sponsors and cultural partners, including For Culture, Arts Fund, the Washington Festivals and Events Association, and ArtsWA commissioners for their support of the Governor's Arts and Heritage Awards. Have a wonderful evening, drive safe, and join us for a glass of wine in the black box afterwards.